What's up, guys? Chris Fluck, Brickhouse Strength. Today I want to talk about a little method I've been using with some athletes. I stole this from this guy, Deitz, Peterson, University of Minnesota, strength coaches. Title of the book is Triphasic Training. It's a freaking textbook, so if you're not willing to dig into something like that, you can just listen to me and I'm going to give you the nuts and bolts, all right? So basically there's 3 phases in every muscle contraction. This is something I've known for years, but I never really implemented it with my athletes or with the other people I train. You have the eccentric phase, which if you were doing a bicep curl would be the lowering, all right? You have the concentric phase, which would be the lifting, all right? Then you have an isometric phase, which is basically holding a fixed joint angle or pushing against a fixed object where there's no motion going on, you're just holding and squeezing, all right? So when you're doing things like that, most of the time, I'm one of those guys, we would just train the concentric phase. We would want to rip the weights up fast, doing a squat, a bench. You know, we didn't focus on the lowering, we just focus on exploding. And I realized we're missing out on something. You know, these guys break it down in this text, you know, different phases where, you know, you might spend 2 weeks focusing on the eccentric part where you're lowering. You might spend 2 weeks focusing on the isometric where you're just holding a fixed range of motion, and you might do 2 weeks of just blasting through the reps. And the reason that we're doing that stuff is that when you're out there playing sports, and you need to learn how to decelerate your body. So if you're out there running, and if I could do a back squat where I'm lowering the weight for 6 seconds to lower the bar down, I could do that out on the field when I'm decelerating after a jump, when I land, decelerate my body and then explode up. Or if I'm running and cutting, I'm decelerating my body on one leg and then I'm exploding in the other direction. You could train that in a weight room. You don't just do that on the field. The isometric stuff, that shows up too in sport. When you're battling against somebody and you're pushing against a fixed object and that guy's not moving, whether it's football, wrestling, whatever. You know, you're in there tied up with somebody, they're pushing back, you're pushing in. You need that isometric strength to do it. And then the last part, the explosive part, the concentric phase of all exercises, that shows up everywhere. When you're running fast, when you're jumping, cutting, whatever. We train fast in the weight room, but now we're also starting to train with these other components in mind. All right. If you have some more questions, you can always hit me up, Facebook, brickhousestrength.com, whatever, man. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace, everybody.